Hello and welcome back to Movie Recap Time. Today, we will be recapping a 1998 science fiction movie titled Small Soldiers. But before we start, if you enjoy our recaps, please subscribe as it helps us enormously. Enjoy! Globotech is a top defense contractor that deals in telecommunications, energy, and technology. The company had just bought Heartland PlayStation, a company that creates toys. After purchasing the company, the owner of Globotech fired all the staff at Heartland PlayStation except from two. The two staff left were Larry Benson and Erwin Wayfair. Because they are the most important staff at Heartland PlayStation, their job is to create the games and market them. After their company had been acquired, Mr. Mars, the owner of Globotech, visited them. They both pitched an idea of the toys they had in mind. Erwin pitched a toy that educates and teaches the kids, and Larry pitched a toy that fights. When Mr. Mars watched Larry's presentation, he requested that they create a toy that talks, fight, plays, and reacts as though it was human. Globotech had a lot of resources, so it should be a walk in the park. Erwin thinks it is wrong for them to create this kind of toy for kids, but Larry supports Mr. Mars's idea. They were given the ultimatum of 3 months to complete the toys, and Larry used Erwin's password and requested military-grade microchips to create the toys. They were under a short time frame, so the toys were released without safety testing. 3 months later, Alan, a young boy whose dad owns a toy shop, was asked to stay in the store and watch over the shop while his dad traveled to a seminar. Joe came to deliver toys to the store, and Alan took the delivery. Alan saw the Gorgonite and Commando Elite. He asked Joe what was in the box, and Joe allowed him to open the box. They brought out the toys and activated Chip Hazard and Chip Archer. Alan was ecstatic. He liked the toy and asked Joe to give him the toys for 24 hours. He convinced Joe that he would sell the toy before his father got back from his trip, and Joe allowed him and gave him the toys. He left the toys on the table when his crush Christy, his neighbor, visited the store with her younger brother Timmy. Christy had visited to buy birthday toys for her brother. While Christy and Alan talked, Timmy went all around the store to find a toy he would like to buy. He overheard Chip Hazard and Chip Archer talking. He wanted the toy, went back to his sister, and asked her to purchase Chip Hazard. He took them back to where he found the chips, but they were nowhere to be found. Alan asked them to go, and she would find the toys himself. He found them and put them back in their box. He found his father's trip ticket on the table. He left the store to give his father his ticket. At home, Christy's father wanted to cut down Alan's father's tree. After arguing for a while, Alan's father got in his car to go out. After his dad had gone out, he went to his room. He could see his bag was moving, so he checked what was in the bag, and Chip Archer had entered his bag. He brought the toy out and activated it. The toy asked for his name, so he said it was Alan. After Alan was asleep, Archer went to Alan's laptop and used it to do some research. The cat came close to him, and he then petted the cat. Alan woke up. He knew there was something with those toys as he had never seen a toy like that before. Chip Hazard called together all the Commando Elites at the store. He recruited them to fight the Gorgonites. Since Archer wasn't in the store, the Gorgonites couldn't defend themselves, so the Commando Elite destroyed them and the whole shop. They then left the shop. When Alan got to the store the next day, he was shocked at the store's mess. He wrote a signal by the door to notify them that they were closed while he cleaned the shop. Christy knocked to buy Chip Hazard. Alan told her they were closed, but she forced her way in. When she saw the store's state, she asked Alan if he had done this. She told him she heard stories that he was sent away from his former schools because of his acts. She agreed to help him clean the stores, and they cleaned up quite fast. They were about to arrange his father's stuff when his father arrived. He asked Alan what happened in the store. Alan lied to him, and Christy helped him put the remains of the chip together and left. He met with her outside the store, took the remains, and disposed of them. Christy's boyfriend picked her up. Alan rode his bicycle with Archer in his bag. One of the soldiers of the Commando Elite saw Archer, and he notified the other soldiers and followed Alan to get Archer. One of the soldiers got incapacitated on the way. Chip Hazard and the other soldiers came to treat his wounds. When Alan got home, he called the Heartplay helpline and complained about their toys. Hearing the voice call, Erwin called for Larry and played Alan's note to him. Larry claimed it was a joke as the toy was perfect. That was when Erwin realized that Larry had used his password to order military microchips. The microchip Larry in the toys was for military personnel, and they were very deadly. The Commander Elite tailed Alan home. When he got home, he instructed Archer to stop talking to him. The Commando Elite arrived. They deceived Archer into their captive by pretending to be members of the Gorgonite. Archer followed the distress call from his members and was caught. The Commando Elite attempted to electrocute Archer, but Alan intervened. Alan was injured by Nick, a member of the Commando Elite. Alan electrocuted Nick in the kitchen sink. His parents heard noises and entered the kitchen. Alan realized he was grounded, so he explained what he had done to his parents and told them the toys could talk. He asked Archer to speak, but Archer didn't listen to his command. His parent thought he was insane. He went back to his room with Archer and complained that now his parents think he is insane. Christy believes he is a fool, and Joe will kill him if he doesn't find the Gorgonites. Archer told him the Gorgonites are alive, and they were configured to hide, and they were hiding. He took Archer to the store to find the Gorgonites. They figured the Gorgonites might be hiding in the bin. When they got there, they found all the Gorgonite alive. He took them home. Chip Hazard called together all the soldiers of the Commando Elite. They saw Nick and mourned his death. They decided to get revenge, and they planned to kill Alan. They hacked the communication system of Alan's house. At Alan's house, the Gorgonites told them they were looking for their home. They mistook their home to be Yosemite National Park and asked Alan to take them there. He advised them that was not their home. One day, Alan was speaking on the phone with Christy. The Commando Elite listened to their conversation. He told her he would like to go out with her, and he could drop all his troublesome acts for her. The Commando Elites took that opportunity and decided to take Christy captive. Irwin and Larry visited the department that supplied the microchip. Ralph told them the microchips were 1000x smarter than humans and could only be destroyed through electromagnetic radiation. The Commando Elite had planned their attack. They threw sleeping doses into Christy's parents' drinks and incapacitated them. They raided their house and went to Christy's room. Timmy entered and found the toys. He thought they bought them for him, so he held them to play with them. They attacked him and tied him up. They saw some of Christy's toys and inserted Nick's chip into them so they would join the army. Christy's boyfriend dropped her home. She entered her room and saw her toys talking. She was scared. They attacked her and tied her up. Her boyfriend heard her scream. He came inside, but he was also attacked. The Commando Elite sent a recording to Alan. It was of Christy. They told him they would release Christy back to him if he brought all the Gorgonites. He planned with the Gorgonites, created a decoy, dropped the decoy in front of the house, and sneaked to the back to save Christy. He and Archer jumped into Christy's room, fought the female toys, and escaped. The Commando Elite realized they had been deceived. They took their weapons and sought to attack Alan. He was stabbed, but Christy's carried him away on her bike. They laid ambush for the Commando Elites, and all the soldiers fell into the water. Alan thought the battle was over. He returned home with Christy and Archer. Heartland PlayStation had called for all the toys to be returned. Joe was to collect all the toys and return them to the company, and Major Chip Hazard attacked him on his way. The two families stayed together to deliberate the words of their children. Christy's parents said Alan was insane, but when they saw the Gorgonites talking, they were shocked. Irwin and Larry visited Alan to talk to him about his voicemail. Larry confronted Alan and threatened to sue him. Alan's dad got angry. He slapped Larry. Irwin saw the Gorgonites and greeted them. They were talking when Larry saw their company's truck in front of the house. Alan checked it out and saw it was a group of elite commando soldiers. They came with a big army, and were determined to kill all the Gorgonites. Joe had been kidnapped and made to drive all the elite commandos produced to that location. Phil, Christy's dad, decided to take a white flag and surrender to the commando before they attacked. He took the white flag out, but the soldiers insisted they would fight. The elite commando threw bombs into the house and threw bullets. They tried to defend themselves for a while, but that wouldn't work. Irwin told them the only way to destroy the toys was to create an EMP blast. Following Irwin's advice, Alan tries to find how he could force an overload of power supply. Archer showed Alan a transformer, and he needed to climb. While Christy, Irwin, and Larry went to Fimipe's house to turn on all the power supply. At this point, Archer could no longer have any of it. He called the Gorgonites and motivated them to fight. He said if they fought, they would lose, and if they hid, they would also lose. Alan climbed the transformer, but he was attacked by Chip Hazard. Archer jumped up to help him. Hazard defeated Archer, but Alan thrust Hazard into the transformer and triggered an EMP blast that destroyed all the chips. Mr. Mars arrived the next day. He compensated all the family involved. Alan apologized to Joe for getting him involved. Mr. Mars asked Irwin and Larry to repurpose the Commando Elite for military use. Afterwards, Alan and Christy met on mutual ground and decided to have a relationship. Alan found the Gorgonites hiding under a large satellite dish. They were saved from the blast. Ending the movie, Alan takes them to Yosemite National Park and sends them out on a toy boat to find their hometown. Thank you for watching the recap. Please remember to subscribe to our channel so you will get notified when we post the next recap. If you enjoyed the movie recap, we will have a link to buy this movie in the description. See you next time.